What is up, my first time riders? I'm going to make a how to ride a motorcycle video. So I'm going to break this video up into different parts and we're going to get through it. And by the end of it, you're going to know how to ride a motorcycle, at least in a parking lot. Aren't you guys fancy? So first off is gear. I'm a terrible example of this, but especially for you first-time riders, please wear gear while you are practicing in a parking lot. Minimal of helmet and gloves. If you want to strap some elbow pads and knee pads on, that's probably a good idea too. So once you have your gear secured on your body, not on the bike, ladies and gentlemen, secure the gear on your body. Alright, I would like to go over the controls of the motorcycle. So the left side, you have the clutch, the gear shifter, and this is the foot peg where your foot is. So you will step on and kick up on this gear shifter to change gears. We will go over that later, don't worry. And on the right side here, you have the brake, and you have the other brake. So this is the foot peg, and your foot will rest over the rear brake. You press that down, and it activates the rear brake. Crazy concept, I know. This right here is the front brake. You squeeze that in to slow down. Please do not slam it closed. Please don't do that. For this first part of this video, you'll be going less than 10 miles an hour, so like don't squeeze the brake that hard. You really don't need to, I promise. So for the rest of the controls, it's going to be a little dependent on your motorcycle, but you'll have high beams, turn signal, horn. This is how you start the bike. We'll go over that in a second. Kill switch. If you ever need to and you need to shut the bike down for any reason, just flip your thumb up. That'll shut the bike off. So that's the basics for controls. But when shifting gears, your foot will sit here and you'll kick that down to go into first gear. And all the gears from there are up, including neutral, which is half a kick up. But while you're riding, you're in first gear, you just kick your foot up on it, you put your foot like in there, and then kick up. And that'll put you into second gear, kick up, third gear. But, you know, make sure you're at speed. Don't be trying to lug the bike around in fourth gear while you're going 5 miles an hour. It's not good for the bike. When mounting a motorcycle, always come from the left side. Pause. Always get on and get off from the left side. Alright, pause. Always mount the motorcycle and dismount the motorcycle from the left side, the side with the kickstand. So this isn't an exact science, but this is what I do. Make sure the handlebars are all the way to the left. Put my hand here on this side of the handlebar, and then I kick my foot over while grabbing the other side of the handlebar. Now I have balanced myself. Now I can sit here and move around. So if possible, flat foot both sides and lift the bike up to kind of get used to it before you get riding. I would play around with that for a little bit. This is only a 400 beginner bike and I am still not flat footing. I'm tippy-toeing. That's because I'm a little short boy, but that's fine. So before you ever get started, lift the bike up off the kickstand. Just kind of move around, feel its weight a little bit. Make sure you're comfortable with that. Turn the wheel just a little bit, kind of get used to it. Yeah, you know, you're having fun, you're driving, it's all good. Alright, so you're ready to start the bike. You're going to turn the ignition key. Crazy concept, I know. See how it says it's in neutral? Make sure it says it's in neutral. If it's not, put it in neutral. Alright, so you're going to squeeze the clutch lever in, and you're going to press this little starty button right here. Little boop. Yay! Alright, so it says it's in neutral there. It says it's in neutral there. We're in neutral, which means you can let go of the clutch. And nothing's going to happen because you're in neutral. So you're good right here. I mean, the bike's still on the kickstand. You can walk away. You can do whatever you want. You can go make a sandwich. You can go fight crime if you really wanted to. So before we get going, I want to make sure you guys are comfortable stopping on one foot. Lift it up, take it off the kickstand, put your foot down right here, and just kind of catch the bike. Now lift up, put one foot out. With your other foot, like you can have it out in case you fall, but don't rely on that foot. Just stick this foot out here, lift it up, and kind of tilt the bike over and just catch the bike. It doesn't have to go far. Like, look, I'm barely moving the bike. Don't throw the bike down and try to catch the full weight. Don't do that. But once you're comfortable doing that, and honestly I would do both feet, kind of jump off side to side here a little bit. Make sure you can catch the bike with one foot. Make sure you're good at it. Don't just do it once and be like, I'm good, and then go. Don't do that. Practice all of this stuff. Alright, so you're good with that. The bike's warmed up enough. We're gonna go. Alright, it's time to make some little movement. Alright, who's ready? Keep 2 fingers over the brake so you can always press it if you need. And when you're ready, squeeze in the clutch. And down here at the gear shifter, click down. Oh, now we're in first gear. The neutral's gone. We're in first gear. So, if you just let go of the clutch immediately, the bike is going to stall itself. That's a safety feature. Ooh, a dog. Is that a dog driving that truck? Anyway, alright. So, to get used to riding, this is what we're going to do. Remember, 2 fingers over the brake. I'm going to very slowly let go of the clutch until the bike starts to move. That is the biting point. Like right now I can feel the bike trying to want to go a little bit. So it's not going to be fast. It's going to kind of struggle to get going. That's fine. But slowly move the clutch out until you're moving. Now if you want to practice, just keep your hand right there on the clutch and just walk the bike. I'm just like taking little steps. So I'm getting used to it moving, right? Easy enough. And then if you want to practice from here, before you move your hand any further on or off the clutch, just while the bike is trying to walk itself forward, practice braking. Like, look at that. The bike's not going forward anymore, and I don't need to squeeze the brake that hard. It's a little clicky click, little boop, little boop. That's it. That's all you got to do. Easy enough. Easy peasy. All right. So, once you're ready, you can let go of that clutch a little more. You're going to go a little faster. And then you're going to go so fast that you can put your feet up on the pegs. And you can let go of the clutch completely. And like, don't do that until you're ready. But you're only going to go about 4 miles an hour. But when you want to come to a stop again, just pull that clutch in. And you'll coast. You'll eventually coast to a stop. But you're welcome to press the brake a little bit and then come to a stop. Now, balancing on the bike is hardest at that speed. So if you're going to fall off the bike, it's probably going to be about this time. I hope it's not when the kickstand was still on the ground. That'd be embarrassing. Alright, so we're going to do that again. We're just going to let off the clutch and we're going to start walking with the bike until you feel it's getting too fast, and then you're just going to pick your feet up and put them on the pegs. And then that's it. Now you're coasting. Don't do like me. Always keep 2 fingers over the brake. Do as I say, not as I do. Alright, so like that's it. We don't have to practice turning just yet. I want to kind of make sure you get used to this. I'm just out of room. If you're with someone that can ride, and you get to the end of your parking lot or road or whatever you're doing, you can have them turn the bike around for you if you're not comfortable with it. Like, just get used to this right here. And then pull the clutch in and coast. And then get your feet ready to catch the bike. And you can tap the brake a little bit and just catch the bike. And just do that over and over and over until you're comfortable with it, until you're good at it, until you can't mess it up anymore. That's not true. Professional riders still mess that up every now and then. Now, please do this on a flat surface. If you were on a hill or a really bumpy or bad terrain or over a pothole, you might have a bad time as a first beginner new rider. Yep, those words made sense. All right, so just let out of the clutch, walk the bike a little bit, and then when you're ready, you put your feet up on the pegs and let go of the clutch completely. Slowly. I did that a little fast. Let go of the clutch very slowly until you're super comfortable with the bike. But like that's it. Now we're going. Ooh, speed bump. But like at this speed, you can control the bike. You can go straight. You might have to like make tiny little corrections like this. But like that's it. That's easy. And then you can practice turning when you're ready. Do slow turns. Just, slowly lean. We're going to go over countersteering. But right now at this speed, you can control your turning fairly easily by just pulling and pushing the handlebars. So to turn left, you are going to want to pull this side and push this side. Does that make sense? See how that's going? This is not a steering wheel. This is connected to a wheel. So you cannot just, turn. It does not go that far. It's just little left, little right, right? Okay, cool. So I want to pull down this side just slightly. Like, please do not jerk the handlebar all the way to the left or right. You will fall. You're gonna fall. You're gonna crash. It's not gonna be good. If you feel like you're going to do that, you should have your fingers over the brake and your hand over the clutch. So if you feel like you are turning too far to the left or right, pull in the clutch, tap the brake, and just catch the bike. So like, this is all the way to the left, but at low speed you really shouldn't have the handlebars all the way to the left or right unless you're making small maneuvers with your feet on the ground or you really know what you're doing. But as a new rider, try to avoid having the handlebars all the way to the left or right. That is the quickest way you are going to drop your bike as a new rider. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys counter steering. I have my camera down there, and I'm going to show you when I turn the bike. If I turn this direction, for example, my wheel is going to start crossing over the line this way, and then it goes that way. I know, it's weird, it's counterintuitive, that's why it's called counter steering. So remember, if I want to go left, I pull this way a little bit and push this way a little bit. Gently. When you're moving, it takes very little effort. Do not throw it over. You know, it's stupid. Don't do that. Straight down the line, and then I'm going to turn left. Kind of swing out a little bit. You see that? See how the wheel kind of goes the opposite direction first a little bit? That's just what counter steering is. And by the way, I have not given it gas at all. This has involved no throttle whatsoever. But we're going to introduce that right now. I'm actually going to ride up to the shade real quick. It's early morning, but it's still very hot and humid outside, so I'll take the shade when I can get it. If you're comfortable with basic turns, you're comfortable with rolling the bike forward, you're comfortable with all the stuff we've gone over so far, you can start to give it a little throttle. Like that, okay? So this is the throttle. Simple enough. So we're going to do the same thing we were doing before. We're going to slowly let off the clutch. We're going to roll the bike forward. I let go of the clutch too fast and the bike died. So that's what happens when you do that. So that's a good practice. So if that happens, we're going to kick this back up into neutral. It's just like a light little kick. It's a half click up from first gear. So now that we're back in neutral, we're going to start the bike again. Clutch in. Simple enough. Little power button right there. Alright. Now we're going to kick that bad boy back down into first gear because we're ready to ride because we're professional rock stars. So we're going to slowly let off the clutch this time. Not so quick like Danger did because he's an idiot. He's a new rider. We don't listen to him. And then put your feet up on the pegs. Fully let go of the clutch. And then we're coasting. We are coasting mostin'. Coasting the mostin'. Yep, that. Alright, so then we're going to give it a little bit of throttle here. Just a little bit. Like, watch my wrist here. Just, you didn't even see it move. That's how little throttle I gave it. But now we're up to 6 whole miles an hour, ladies and gentlemen. We are cooking. Just give it a little bit more throttle. 7 miles an hour. We're practically Valentino Rossi right now. A little more throttle. A little more throttle. You know, you can get up to like 10 miles an hour, whatever you're comfortable with on the stretch, on your parking lot, your road, whatever. You know, do what you got to do. But 2 fingers over the brake. I wasn't doing that. I'm really bad about that. But please, when you're practicing and learning, keep 2 fingers over the brake. That's something you're going to want to do. Hand over the clutch right here. So when you're ready and you want to come to a stop, you can pull in the clutch and then tap the brake. Just a little tappy tap, little baby tap. Put your feet down and catch the bike. Simple. That's it. That's all you got to do. And then this is the part you're going to want to practice a lot. When you're giving it a little throttle, you're practicing your turns with it. You're stopping the bike, you're catching the bike with one foot, ideally. That's how you should practice, but like keep both feet down in case you need them. You're a new rider, it's okay. You're at a parking lot, no one cares. But like just give it a little throttle, learn, and then have fun with it, man. Just, you know, practice turning, practice control of the motorcycle, practice all of that until you're just super comfortable with it. You know, make little circles, do whatever. Try to avoid getting close to other cars just in case. You never know when you're going to make a mistake, and you don't want the bike hitting someone else's car. That would suck. But you know, this is what you practice a lot. You just gotta practice. Practice makes perfect, right, boys and girls? But that's where I'm gonna end for today, guys. I'm probably gonna make another video with a little more advanced riding techniques if you guys want. We'll see. But yeah, be safe. Practice this until you can't mess it up anymore. Keep going. Do it some more. Do it again. Let your mom watch you. Just have fun, and do not go out on the road until you are entirely comfortable with your motorcycle. All these aspects. Not, well, I'm really good at everything but stopping. Don't leave the parking lot yet. Have fun. Be safe. I will catch you guys next time. Peace.